Namaste viewers and welcome to Bend It Like LD. Today's video is a complete total body workout, a complete body conditioning sequence that can help you to get to an energizing start for the day. And as you can see, we've got a beautiful location as well with lovely green trees and flowers around us. So let's begin our practice by sitting up in any comfortable posture. Spread out your yoga mat, sit up nice and tall, keeping your back straight, shoulders relaxed. And we'll start with three-way breathing first. So taking your right palm to your chest and your left palm over your belly, over your navel. We'll start by inhaling, expanding out our abdomen, moving that air all the way to your chest, opening up your lungs and to your shoulders. And as you exhale, relax your shoulders, followed by your chest and followed by your belly. This is called as sectional breathing or yogic breathing. It's great to send out oxygen to all parts of your body. So one more time, do this for about 5 or 6 times. As you inhale, open out your belly, expand all the air out, move it all the way up to your chest and to your clavicles. And as you exhale, relax your shoulders, followed by your chest, followed by your belly. Three-way breathing for about 5 or 6 rounds. And once you feel that steadiness settling in, slowly release and get back to regular abdominal breathing. Breathing in and expanding out your belly, breathing out and drawing your navel all the way to your spine. And with every exhalation, allow your thoughts to settle down and slowly come up. We'll start with some Surya Namaskar, with some sun salutations. And before that, we'll start with some cat and cow stretches by coming onto our knees, bringing your knees hip distance apart. Taking your palms directly under your shoulders, spreading your fingers, tucking your toes in. As you inhale, drop your back, lift your chest and shoulders. As you exhale, rounding your back and gazing at your belly, trying to keep your elbows straight. Doing this about 5 or 6 times to open up and warm up the spine. Inhale, drop your back, lift your chest and shoulders. Exhale, lift your back up and gaze at your navel. And once you're done, slowly come to Padmasana, mountain pose. Taking your palms to the front and just walk your heels up and down 5 times on each side to loosen up your leg muscles. And slowly step your right foot in between your palms and left foot in between your palms. Bringing your hands to your hips, inhale, slowly come up. Come to Samasthiti, bringing your feet together, palms by the sides. Bring your palms to your heart center. Align your body, breath and mind for a couple of breaths first. We'll begin with some sun salutations. I'm probably doing about 4 or 5 sets, I believe. So inhale, lifting your arms all the way up, stretch back. Exhale, fold forward. We're going for the classic Shivananda style, taking your right leg all the way back. Left leg back to Dandasana. Knees down, chest and chin, Ashtanga. Inhale, lifting your chest and shoulders, Bhujangasana. Tuck your toes, exhale and come to Parvatasana, mountain pose. As you inhale, step your right foot in between your palms, exhaling left foot. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up, push your hip forward, stretch back. Exhale on the other side now, drop your palms all the way down, taking your left leg back and right leg back to a plank, Dandasana. Drop your knees, chest and chin, elbows close to your body. Inhale, lift your chest and shoulders, pressing your pubic bone down. Exhale, back to Parvatasana. As you inhale, step your left foot to the front, exhaling right foot. Inhale, lifting your arms all the way up, stretch back and exhale, palms to your heart center. We completed 1 set. We'll do about 3 or 4 more sets. Reaching your arms all the way up. Exhale, reach forward with your chest as you go down. Taking your right leg back, make sure you're pulling your right kneecaps up. Chest and chin, Ashtanga. Inhale, Bhujanga. Exhale, Parvatasana. Make sure to roll your shoulder blades back in Bhujanga. Taking your right leg forward, left leg forward. Lift your arms all the way up, stretch back. Exhale on the left side, fold forward. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, right leg back. Dropping your knees down, chest tension. Inhale, Bhujanga. Exhale, Parvatasana. Stepping your left foot in between your palms, right foot in between your palms. Inhale, lifting your arms all the way up, stretch back and exhale, palms to your heart center. Should do about 2 more rounds, I think, 2 more sets. I thought it was going to be great weather, but I can already feel the sun slowly starting to come out. And I can feel the warmth a little bit now. Step your right foot to the front, exhale, left foot. Inhale, reach your arms over your head, stretch back. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. Inhaling, take your left leg back. Exhale, right leg back. Knees down, elbows close to your body, chest tension. Inhale, Bhujanga. Exhale, Parvatasana. Inhale, left foot to the front. Exhaling, right foot. Inhale, lifting your arms all the way up, stretch back. Exhale, palms to your heart center. Maybe 1 more set. You're free to do about 6 sets, 8 sets, or even 12 sets if you wish. This is a total body workout, so we really want to move. Awareness to your breath at all times. Move with your breath. On the left side, take your left leg back and right leg back to a plank. Knees, chest tension, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, Bhujanga. Exhale, Parvatasana. Inhale, left foot to the front. Exhaling, right foot. Inhale, lifting your arms all the way up, stretch back. Exhale, palms to your heart center. I think I'm done with 4 sets. Slowly moving on. Take your feet wide apart, wider than your hips, palms by the side. Close your eyes and relax for a few breaths. Allow your breathing to settle down first. And slowly release. Now slowly bring your feet hip distance apart. We'll start with Padangusthasana first. So bend your knees. Take your palms and hold your big toes. So 3 finger grip, taking 2 fingers inside and wrapping the thumb around the big toe. Bend your knees. As you inhale, lift the chest and head up. And as you exhale, bend the elbows outwards and straighten the knees slowly, drawing your chest towards your thighs as much as you can. Focus on your exhalation. Complete exhalations here. With every exhalation, drawing deep. And as you inhale, bend your elbows again. Moving on to Padangusthasana, taking your palms under your toes, resting on your wrists. Bend your knees again, lift your chest and head up. And as you exhale, turn your elbows out and start to straighten the knees as much as you can, drawing your belly towards your thighs. Complete exhalations here. Great for your hamstrings. And as you inhale, bend your knees, fingertips on the mat, hands to your hips, and inhale, slowly come up. Do a little counter stretch by pushing your hip forward and arching back. And release. We'll move on to a balancing pose now. So bend your right knee and bring your right ankle over your left knee. Make sure you're pressing the right knee down. Inhale, lift your arms all the way up, lengthen up your spine. Now bend your left knee softly first and fold forward as much as you can. Slowly, if your palms are able to reach the floor, slowly start to straighten the left knee now. And with every exhalation, draw your chest and belly towards your thighs and your feet. Great for strengthening the standing leg. And great for your hamstrings as well. As you inhale, bend the left knee softly, lift up first, exhale and come out of the practice slowly. And moving on to the other side, bending your left knee, placing your left ankle over your right knee. Keep pressing the left knee down, lifting your arms all the way up, lengthen your spine, inhale. As you exhale, bend the right knee and slowly fold forward as much as you can. With every exhalation, straighten the right knee. Deep forward bend. Staying here for 5 breaths, and as you inhale, lift up, bend the knee first. Inhale, slowly come up and slowly come out of the posture. Shake your legs, step to the front of your mat. Feet together, palms to your heart center. Inhaling, lift your arms up, stretch back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take your right leg back and left leg back to a plank, and maybe hold plank here for a few breaths. Just to warm up the core, staying in Dandasana. Maybe 5, 10. I think I'm going for 15 breaths. And dropping your knees, chest and chin, Ashtanga. Inhale, Bhujanga. Staying in Bhujanga for a couple of breaths again. Warming up the back, activating your back muscles. Exhaling, back to Parvatasana, mountain pose. Inhale, step your right foot in between your palms and stretch your left leg. Drop your left knee on the mat, moving on to Anjaneyasana. Push your palms onto your knees. Allow the hips to open up gently first and bring your palms to your heart center and slowly lift through the sternum, lift through the chest up. Keep sending the left hip forward. Palms can either be separate or palms can be together, your choice. And make sure the right knee stays above the ankle. Focusing on your inhalation. Slowly bring your palms down, tuck your left toes and take your right leg back to a plank. Holding plank here for maybe 5 breaths again. And dropping your knees, chest and chin, Ashtanga. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Keeping your elbows slightly bent. Knees off the mat. Tuck your toes and exhale, Parvatasana. On the other side, step your left foot in between your palms. Make sure the left knee stays above the ankle. Drop the right knee on the mat. Push the hip forward. Bring the right hip forward. Palms to your heart center and extend through your chest. Close down your shoulders and your armpits. Gazing up towards your thumb. Hold it. Exhale, release. Taking your left leg back to a plank. Holding plank. And back to Parvatasana. And slowly drop your knees down, separate your knees and relax in child's pose. Now the sun has really come out and I made a mistake of wearing a sunblock. So the sunblock has gotten into my eyes and I've started to get a little bit of burning and itching. So a little bit of discomfort starting, but we will carry on. As you inhale, step your right foot in between your palms and slowly come up. We'll start with some warrior series, warrior 2 first. So separating your feet about, you can see I'm rubbing my eyes already. Separating your feet about 3.5 to 4 feet apart. Turn the right foot out. Extend your arms out and as you exhale, bend the right knee completely. Tucking your tailbone in, pulling your navel in. Opening up the chest. Stay there. A lot of itchy sensation in my eyes now. As you exhale, straighten the knees and bring your palms up. One more time. Exhale, bend the right knee completely for warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. Pull your navel in. Hold it. Exhale, come up. Inhale, come up. And one last time. Exhale, bend the right knee again for warrior 2. Push into both your feet firmly and come up and release. Turn the right foot in, left foot out. Moving on to warrior 2 on the left side. Exhale, bend your left knee, open the arms out, tuck your tailbone in, open up the chest, gazing at your left fingertips. My face is turning all watery, my eyes are watery now. Wrong day. Slowly come up. Stay here for a few breaths. One more time. Exhale back to Virabhadrasana. And come up. Maybe one last time. Exhale. Bend your left knee. Probably go down a little deeper. Push into your right foot firmly. Pull up the kneecap, right kneecap. Stay there. Inhale up and release. Turn the left foot in and relax for a few breaths. Walk your feet in. Heel toe your feet and slowly step to the front of your mat. Continuing with the vinyasa, lift your arms all the way up. Fold forward completely. Take your right leg back and left leg back. Hold plank. And dropping your knees, chest and chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana. And slowly see if you can lift up into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog, taking your hips and knees off the mat, pressing into the tops of your feet firmly, rolling the shoulders back. Exhale back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Moving back to plank. Slowly moving on to Vashisht Asana, dropping your heels to the right side. Lift your left arm all the way up. Keep lifting through the hip up, pushing your weight away from the floor. Holding it for a side plank. Slowly release and moving on to the other side, dropping your heels to the left side. Right arm lifted up. Slightly push your hip forward and lift through the hip. The bottom knee can always be on the mat if you find this pose challenging. Trying to keep the elbow straight and slowly release. Staying in plank for a few more breaths if possible. And dropping your knees, chest and chin. Inhale, Bhujanga or upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Lift through the chest, pushing your lower back down and exhale back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Slowly drop your knees on the mat and sit back in Vajrasana. I'm taking a break here. I think my eyes are really burning now. So I'm just trying to figure whether to continue with the practice or should I just stop. But I think the essence of yoga is also to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. So maybe I'm just going to carry it through. Some days are good and some days are bad. Today is not one of those very good days. A lot of burning, itching, a lot of sweating. Slowly back to plank. And moving back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, lifting the right leg up. I think I'm going in for Chamatkar Asana. Drop the right heel back. Lifting through the hip, left arm stretch back for wild thing. We also call this as Chamatkar Asana, opening up through the hip. And when you want to come down, bring the right palm down first. Lift that right leg up and release. And on the other side, lift the left leg up. Bend the left knee. Open up the hip first. And drop the left foot to the right side. Lift through the hip up nicely. Extend the left arm behind as much as you can. And slowly bring the left palm down. Lift the right leg up, left leg up and release. And slowly drop your knees, extend your arms in child's pose, relax for a few breaths. And I really did not plan for today's sequence, so I'm just going with my own flow, whatever I think is just coming naturally to me. So moving on to some back bends, lying down on your stomach, bring your palms one. There I can see my eyes bothering me again. So bring your palms one on top of each other. Turn your toes out and just relax for a few breaths. And starting with some back bends, bring your palms by the sides of your chest. Take it below slightly and slowly lift up into Bhujangasana with your elbows bent first. Untucking your toes and trying to take the knees off the mat. Keep lifting through the sternum and exhale, release. I think we'll do that one more time. As you inhale, lift your chest and shoulders, pushing into the tops of your feet, knees off the mat, hip stays on the mat. Stay there. And maybe see if you can Bend your right knee, twist and look towards your right heel. A lot of work on the lower back. And on the other side, bend your left knee, twist and look towards the left heel, and exhale, release. So bring your palms one on top of each other and turn your head to the other side and relax again. And slowly moving on to Dhanurasana, bend your knees and hold your ankles. As you inhale, lift through your chest and shoulders and try to take your thighs off the mat. Extending your arms behind you as much as you can, straightening the elbows, and maybe we'll do a side twist by coming onto your right side completely and lifting through the hip, taking your heels away from your hips as much as you can. Exhale back to center and twist on the roll to the left side, extending through the hip, through the ankle, and exhale back to center. And relax completely. Slowly bring your palms by the side. Inhale, lift up into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana one last time, and exhale back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Staying here for a few breaths to just bring the spine back to alignment. Slowly drop your knees on the mat, sit on the mat and stretch your legs out in front of you. Moving on to Marichasana, bend your right knee first, make sure your left leg is active. Bring your right arm from the inside, extend through and wrap your arm around your shins. Take your left arm from behind. If you can bind, otherwise just grab your t-shirt. Make sure the left toes are active, and as you exhale, fold forward. I'm actually struggling with this pose today, and I think it's probably to do with my eyes, because usually this pose is pretty accessible to me. But somehow I think I'm finding it difficult today. Staying here for about 5 breaths and slowly release. And also we'll finish off with a twist by wrapping your left elbow around your right knee. Take your right palm behind, twist and look over your right shoulder. Release, and moving on to the other side, bending the left knee. Lift your left arm up. Inhale, lift through the chest and wrap your arm around your shins. Extend the right arm from behind. Hold the wrist if you can. Inhaling, lift the chest up, and as you exhale, fold forward. Keeping the right leg active, gazing at your toes. It's become really hot and sunny now. And I have extreme sensitivity to sun, so I avoid working out in the sun as much as possible. Moving on to a twist, hugging your left knee with your right elbow. Twist and look over your left shoulder. And slowly release. And stay in Dandasana for a few breaths by pushing your hip forward, rolling the shoulder blades back, placing your palms on your knees. Close your eyes and stay there for a few breaths, and slowly lie down on your back. Preparing for bridge pose first. So bend your knees, bringing your feet hip distance apart. Palms by the sides, lifting your hips up and down a couple of times. Lifting your hips all the way up and release. Maybe one more time. Inhale, lift your hips all the way up. Moving on to Condor Asana. Lifting your hips all the way up. Now try to bring your feet closer to your hips. Hold your ankles if you can, and start to squeeze your shoulders in as much as you can, walking your chest towards your chin. Elbows getting closer to each other, lifting through the hip and your thighs, and slowly release. We'll also do Urdhva Dhanurasana, a little more stronger back bend. So taking your palms by the sides of your ears, come on to the crown of your head first. Once you adjust yourself, slowly lift through your back, lift through your feet, push into your feet firmly. Shift your weight towards your palms and your shoulders. Dropping your head down, staying there for how much of a time you can, maybe 5 or 10. And tuck your chin to your chest, bring the head down first, followed by the rest of the body. Slowly hug your knees to your chest and stay there for a few breaths. As you inhale, press your lower back on the mat, extend your elbows. And as you exhale, draw the knees towards your chest and bend your elbows. Do that a couple of times to relax your lower back. Inhale, press your lower back on the mat. Exhale, knees to your chest. And moving on to Supta Baddha Konasana to just relax your back and hips. The supine butterfly pose. And slowly stretch your legs out. We'll also, I think, go for a shoulder stand and a headstand today. So getting prepared for Sarvangasana, it's always good to tuck your clothes in so that your clothes don't become a distraction for you when you're in any inversion. So I always like to tuck my t-shirts in so that I don't have any issues when I'm lifting my legs up or they come and fall on my face. So bring your feet together, palms by the side, lift your legs up 90 degrees and use your palms under your hips to propel you up completely to a shoulder stand. Slowly walk your elbows in as much as you can, bringing your toes above your hips. Release your chin slightly, gaze at your toes and hold this. Sarvangasana, also known as the queen of all asanas or the mother of all asanas, next only to Shirsasana or headstand, has a host of benefits for the entire body. Regulates your thyroid hormones. And slowly drop your legs back into Halasana. You can also do a half Halasana if your legs are not reaching all the way down. If your toes are touching the floor, make sure to pull up the kneecaps. Interlock your fingers under your hips. Extend your arms. Again, release your chin slightly so that you don't feel constricted in your throat. Stay there. And maybe if you're comfortable, you can bend your knees and try to bring your knees in on either side of your ears for Karna Asana. If you can wrap your arms around your thighs and close your ears. And slowly release. And see maybe if you can come up to Sarvangasana without using your palms, using the strength of your hips to lift up again. But of course, feel free to take your palms under your hips anytime to support yourself. And slowly bend your knees and release very gently on the mat. Stretch your legs out and move on to Matsyasana for a counter pose. Come onto your elbows and drop the crown of your head on the mat, arching your lower back and chest. Staying here for a few breaths as a counter to the intense neck stretch that you experienced in the previous two asanas. And slowly release. Now relax completely first. Allow your heart rate to come down. Allow your breathing to slow down. And we'll finish off with a headstand. You can always skip any of the asanas that you find challenging. You can repeat some of the asanas. So finally, it is your practice. Slowly rock up and down and slowly come up. Moving on to headstand, Shirsasana, Salamba Shirsasana first, supported headstand. If you wish to do any adjustments with your clothes at this point, I also like to take away all my rings. I don't like anything coming in the way. So keeping my rings out, interlock your fingers, drop the crown of your head down, support the back of your head with your palms, walking your elbows shoulder distance apart, tuck your toes, slowly bring your knees to your chest and slowly lift up using your core muscles. And gently lift one leg up and both legs up. You can see my legs are really not straight here. They're not coming above my hips because the ground is absolutely wobbly. There's a lot of grass, so I don't want to take any chances. So I'm slightly at an angle here. Staying here for how much ever time you can. Awareness to your breath. Very important to breathe and to keep your eyes open. And slowly come down, extend your arms and stay in child's pose for 5 breaths definitely before lifting your head up. And slowly come up. And sit on the mat and stretch your legs out in front of you. We'll probably spend a few minutes in Padmasana as well. So bending your right knee, bring the right heel close to your left outer hip. You can always lift your hips up like this if you want to make Padmasana more accessible. And you can also sit in any cross-legged posture. Place your palms on your knees, keeping your back straight. Stay here for a few breaths. And as you exhale, slowly fold forward. And I'm just doing this just to allow my parasympathetic nervous system to kick in. And I'll finish with a gentle twist. Staying here for a few breaths. And release. Lie down on your back. We're almost towards the end of the practice. I'm probably doing Matsya Asana again as a counter for the headstand. And slowly release. Bend your knees again. Walk your feet to the rightmost and leftmost edge of the mat. Taking your arms outside at shoulder level. Drop both your knees to the right side. Looking towards the left fingertips. Close your eyes and let go completely. It's always good to end your practices with a supine twist to release any stress from the lower back. And slowly moving to Shavasana. Make any adjustments if you wish. Relaxing your shoulders, your neck. Taking your feet wider than your hips. Allowing your toes to completely let go and relax. Palms a little away from the hips. Lift your head up once to release any tension from the back of your neck. And when you're ready, slowly start with very slow movements. Slowly get your feet together. You can always stay in Shavasana for 5, 10, how many ever minutes you wish. I'm just finishing it up a little faster, but you're free to stay as long as you wish. Slowly roll on to the right side and slowly come up using your left palm for support. Come and sit up in any comfortable posture. Placing your palms on your knees, you can adopt any mudra of your choice today. I'm going in for chin mudra by bringing my forefinger and thumb touching each other. And I'm just going to observe a minute of stillness to allow my body to assimilate the benefits of today's practice. And when you wish to come out, slowly bring your palms together, rub your palms gently, and slowly transfer the warmth to your eyes. Slowly bring your palms all the way down, bring it in front of your face. With a few blinks, open your eyes and look into your palms first. Namaste and thank you for watching. You have a great day.